What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. The live reaction to this, believe it or not, already up at gorlickbread.com. I was looking to do a retro react this morning because Chantal had not posted a video in about a week. And then as I refreshed, there it was. Only been up for about 10 minutes. We did about a 25 minute reaction, somewhere in that ballpark. Don't quote me, but what I saw here was the lowest effort possible. And Chantal actually starts this vlog, mukbang, whatever she wants to define it as, with telling us the video quality, the audio quality is poor. And the video quality, at least to me, was better than what we're used to seeing. The food was closer, things seemed clearer, but she did not frame things proper. And it literally takes just a few seconds to go back and frame things properly. Start a video, visual check, audio check. The fact that she did none of that is really telling when it comes down to how important it is to make quality content for her Beezers, for her channel. I offered in my live reaction, this whole video didn't even need to be done, right? Did she truly need to upload that? I don't believe so. Her audio seems to be completely different. There's no microphone, but we don't hear a lot of it. She tells us that we might be hearing street vendors, but we don't. Thankfully, we're spared a lot of the chewing noises, but we also learned that this food had sat for quite some time. The sandwich appears to be essentially mush. It's wet bread. It was bread covered in sauces that steamed in a bag, and honestly, while it may have been good when originally purchased, it really just turned into what amounts to slop. There's no other way to say it. It's wet, soggy bread. The fries appear to be cold, and she refuses to get up and even get a utensil to eat. So everything is just picked up and pushed into her face. It's not a fun viewing experience. During the middle of the mukbang, Julia jumps up wanting food, then blocks the entire camera. This is an 18-minute video, so it's not like that had to stay in, but the fact that Chantal left that in, yet edits things later on, tells me that she had an opportunity to sit down with this video and say, wait a second, this is not what I should be putting out. This is not the quality or caliber of a video of someone who is a full-time YouTuber. And she felt so strongly about that, she elected to put in the beginning the aforementioned warning. Now, I want to focus on one final talking point because I will give Chantal credit. In the beginning of this, she kind of reads her own advertisement in and then plays the advertisement for Hameo. And what I found really astonishing is she constantly says, well, Salah has this business degree. Then why isn't Salah helping you, Chantal? Because I am now in a position where I am doing basically the same thing you are. I'm trying to use an outside site to generate revenue the same way you use Hameo. And I have no business degree, unlike Salah, but I have read, I have studied, I do invest a lot. So I understand some basic principles of business and I understand concepts that work and concepts that don't work. And what I will offer is there is a tried and true concept that does not work. And that is every day there is a sale. If you go to a website and they offer you 20% off one day, 15% off the next, 10% off the next, 30% off the next, you are less likely to buy from that site because your mind instinctively tells you, well, if I wait, it might go back up to 30% or 40%. It's only at 10 now. Or, well, it's at 40% now. Maybe it goes to 45%, or maybe it'll even go to 50%. So what you do is you hesitate to buy anything because in your mind, you're always concerned that you're not going to get the best deal. What you have to do to sell something to someone is let them know, hey, you're getting hands down the absolute best deal. Now, a lot of people say, well, you have all these negatives. You never talk about positives with Chantal. What could she do? Or some of you say, you try to help this woman way too much, so we don't like you anymore. I digress. The reality is, Chantal, what you need to be doing is understanding your worth. And this extends way beyond Hameo. right? You should understand your worth as a creator and say, listen, this video, even though I bought this food, even though I sat down and ate it and I filmed it, it doesn't meet my worth as a creator. So I'm going to elect, rather than put something up that's below my standards, I'm just not going to put something up. I would rather not create content and upload it than upload something that isn't to my standard of content, because I respect my Beezers, or I respect myself, or I respect what I create more than that. So when you create this baseline for your worth, what you're establishing is okay. No matter what we're doing, this shirt, this sweatshirt, this scarf, this mug, this hameo, my time is worth X amount. Okay. And I'm not willing to take less than X. Then, if you decide, okay, I've sold and sold and sold, and there's been a number of people that have determined that that is a fair price for my content, I am going to raise the price to X. And then periodically, maybe once a year, maybe for a defined season, something that resonates with me, maybe for Halloween or for fall, since it's my favorite time of year, I'm going to provide a discount that equates to the original value of the product. So, as an example, let's say you sold your Hameos for $20. You would sell them for $20 all year. And then next year, you would say, you know what? There's been a lot of people purchasing my Hameos. It takes me more time. I'm in Syria. The internet isn't as good here. So there's a lot more factors externally going into this Hameo production. I am therefore going to have to raise the price to $25. And then you'll be surprised. People will probably still buy them. And then once a year, you can let people know in advance. Say, look, it's the end of summer. If you really need a Hameo, you can get one now. But I want to let you know for October, going to do a once a year sale where they're going to go back to the price point they were in the past. This has worked well for so many businesses. So many businesses, Chantal. I mean, look at how many restaurants love to go back to, a quote, retro pricing. The fact that you've yet to figure this out astonishes me, because truthfully, you would make more money this way. But again, that kind of falls back on your business degree husband to help you along with. I think before you do any of that, you need to make a commitment to quality in your content. And we learned today that you're simply not willing to do that. You would rather put up a warning on poorly made content than you would say, you know what, I'm just going to hold off. I'm probably going to have another meal today. I'll film that. And you know what? Maybe for a few minutes, I'll mention this awful mukbang that I put up. And I'll talk about how bad the angle was, how bad the audio was, how Julia jumped up in the middle of it. And you know what I'll do? If anybody wants to see it, I'll put it up as a members only, like your members have begged you to do. And then it can become, the aforementioned lost mukbang, or the mukbang that you weren't supposed to see. Again, Chantal, these are all very basic concepts. I'll leave you with a quick story. I was working for a gentleman who had a specific price point for a product that he had. And we worked a very long time without selling any of these products. And I came to him one day and I said, I do have someone interested in the product, but they're only willing to pay this. And it was roughly 20%, 30% less than he wanted. And I was very proud of myself in the moment. I thought, I'd done something good and this wasn't going to be a problem. But I was told that it was a problem. And I was told that if the product could not sell for what it is worth, then it was not going to sell. And I remember telling him, I said, well, if that's the case, then at this rate, we probably will be going out of business. And he said, that's okay. If we go out of business, we go out of business. But I will go out of business selling a product that I make for what it's worth before I discount and sell a product for less than I am worth. Because inherently, I'm going out of business once I start doing that anyway. So it essentially came down to going out of business with pride in maintaining the original price that he felt he was worth, then discounting it to something below his worth. It's a life lesson that honestly stuck with me. And in the beginning, I thought to myself, what a poor business decision to simply not take less, to turn money down. But I learned very valuably that that's really not the best business decision, because once you lower the price, you can never go back. Chantal has yet to learn that lesson, but her Beezers are doing the best they can to teach her. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching. Even though they weren't up a long time, here are the top comments from the last video, and you know I will be back, just like Chantal's cameo sale, as soon as I can, with more commentary.